And a good Friday, everybody. Welcome in Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. We're live today in Rose and Inglewood, east side of America's Music City. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Brandon Bigsby on the ones and twos back at the studio. And happy Halloween to everybody today. Joe, you're not Mrs. Roper today.
Well, our on-site engineer, Sean Mark, says I look like Bobby Boucher's mom.
Okay.
So I am Mama Boucher.
All right.
So I'll take that.
I improvised because, look, I'm not big into the dressing up thing. I'm just going to be honest with you, at this point.
Whatever.
So I went with a hoodie that I've worn for like 4 days straight and a beanie, and I am one big Joe dude.
You look like one of Dr. Evil's henchmen from The Spy Who Shagged Me. That's who you look like. So I'm going to go with you're one of Dr. Evil's henchmen.
Yeah, that works too.
Today.
Yeah,
but
works
it's fun.
too.
I mean, dress up, have fun. Look, go to Amazon, order it. This costume cost me $19.
Yeah,
the
it's
wig,
good,
the moo-moo, the necklaces and everything, and then I'll wear it out when I go out in my alternate personality in a few weeks.
Yeah, I was about to say, it won't be tonight.
Right.
Joe got that for like 2 weekends from now.
That's right, I did. And I'm warned from Tim Hasselbeck that, we're doing the Fox 17 football tonight, that I'm not allowed to dress up. So I've got something in store for Mr. Hasselbeck over there at Innsworth.
Okay. Well, and
Are you going?
To be determined.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting my plans figured out here.
All right.
Chris Sanders is going to join us at 1 o'clock. He'll be on the other sidelines.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this is like the Chase and Big Joe Bowl.
Oh, it is.
That's what this is. This is the battle for our love and affection.
Well, we told Tim that we cannot choose sides.
Yeah.
But we can be bribed.
That's true.
So we're not actually choosing.
So
but you can
if you show up and there's a media tent at Innsworth that has like, prime rib or something, that's really going to help Tim's case with you.
If it's not, then I don't want to go to Innsworth. I expect first class accommodations tonight. It'll be fun. Now, you did last night. You did East Robertson and East Nashville.
That was a fun game. It really was a lot of fun. East Robertson won. So they won their region 6 2A. East Nashville will come in second in that region. But East Nashville put up a lot of fight. They scored first. Made it a really close game. It was a 4-point game at the half, or a 3-point game at the half. And East Robertson was able to capitalize on a few mistakes in the second half and ultimately win the game. But it was a 10-point game, 32-22 there at the end. And just a fun one to call.
That sounds like it was. Congrats to Kevin Creasy in Oakland. They beat Riverdale. They won their region.
That was a close one, too, wasn't it?
Josh Crouch, our good friend at Green Hill High School, they beat Mount Juliet. They won their region. So it's it. Tonight is the last night of the regular season high school football. The playoffs start next week, and it's fun. So we tell you all the time, get out and support your local high schools. They would love to see you out in the boot tonight to support them.
Yes, for sure.
Can I real quick, this first segment, I usually yelp about traffic.
Yeah.
Do people not know what an on-ramp is in Nashville?
No.
You mean you're allowed to speed up?
Yeah.
Right? And so it's very frustrating when that person doesn't speed up. And then there's a merge lane and then they stop. That's how rear-end accidents happen.
Yeah.
I just want people to know that it's okay to speed on the on-ramp.
When I see those people, I just immediately think they're like, oh, I'm scared.
Yeah, like Hans Moleman.
Yeah. Yes.
Like he don't know where he's going.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's only my rant. I love our city. That's the only rant I have today is that please merge into traffic.
I think we can all agree that there's just some people that probably don't need to drive.
There's a lot.
I mean, that's just kind of.
Who's the worst driver in your family of all time?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, they were all pretty good. My grandfather couldn't really park, and that's why. And he was one that taught me to drive. My dad tried to teach me to parallel, and I just.
Did your grandpa drive a land yacht?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that was part of the problem.
Well, it's funny.
You know who actually, what's funny is, who actually taught me to parallel park where I could semi-do it is Greg Polk.
Did he?
Yeah.
Sober? Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
We were downtown. We were going to Puckett's or something.
And he taught you how to do it?
And he was like, no, just listen to me. And so he kind of walked me through it. And like, what was funny is my dad was was like, well, I tried to teach you that too. And I go, yeah, but you yelled at me.
Right? That doesn't help the cause. We're out here on the east side, close to Madison. My grandparents lived in Madison, and my grandmother, they had a gigantic green Buick that she would drive. Yep. And I had to sit in the back seat as a kid, a youngster. There was no seatbelt, nothing. And she would spend more time yelling at me than watching the road. And it just scared the hell out of me. So she's the worst driver. My grandmother, God rest her soul, even though she hated me, is the worst driver. And she drove Gallatin Road, where we are right now, up and down and never hit anybody. How that happened, that proves that there is a God above, because she swerved every lane. But anyway, on the on-ramp, it's okay to accelerate and do that. We appreciate you.
I'm with you on that. I think that is probably a good thing. So the Miami Dolphins have made a move, and it's not the move that anybody thought they were going to make. They have fired Chris Greer, their general manager, and they're saying that Mike McDaniel will at least finish the season. Sources are telling ESPN's Adam Schefter, but they announced the move was a mutual decision. No, it wasn't. Between Greer and the organization Friday morning, less than 24 hours after Miami lost 28-6 to the Ravens on Thursday Night Football. Champ Kelly will be the interim general manager for the rest of the season. So he'll be the one orchestrating the trade deadline, which is coming up on Tuesday.
I know you were busy last night, but I watched some of that game, and the Dolphins were woefully unprepared. They did not want to be there. The game plan was terrible. Some of the play calls that Mike McDaniel threw in there were awful. I don't advocate for people being fired, but he needs to be reassigned. And then he goes to the press conference, and somebody says, "Was it a good day? You having a good day?" He's like, "Yeah." Why? And then somebody said, "Well, why are you having a good day?" He's like, "I'm one day closer to death."
Damn.
Now, I don't know if that was last night, but it said after the game he spoke. I don't know if they pulled something out of the archives, but I mean, he's standing there, and there's just no. I mean, I need a coach who's just going to climb your tail. I mean, that is football. Who climb, and that guy looks like Mike McDaniel. Great, probably a great play caller on another team as an OC. He is not a head football coach.
I'm telling you, though, I would probably sign up for Robert Saleh as the head coach, Mike McDaniel as the OC with the Titans.
Yeah.
If that happened, I would probably go, I don't hate that move.
I think the tide is slowly turning professional sports where coaches are now going to be like calling guys out and not caring about how much money they make.
I'm telling you, I probably felt differently about this 5 or 6 years ago, because I've always been you need the offensive guy that's going to develop the quarterback and throw the ball and be creative. I want a defensive, just wasn't hugged enough as a child, just in your grill, POS, just going to push you, defensive-minded head coach.
Yep.
That's what I want. Vrabel-esque, because I think that works. And then you go hire the quarterback whisperer, offensive guru guy to run the offense. And you know what? Don't give me this whole, well, he's going to leave in 2 years. I don't care. Then do it again.
Right. Yeah.
The difference is I want somebody that can actually identify a good offensive person and hire them, unlike Mike Vrabel, because he struggled with that after Arthur Smith.
Yeah, he did do that. So, but these coaches are going to have to stand up and do it and take back the ownership from the players, because if it continues the way it is, it's terrible. There's a lot of bad football being played in the National Football League. A lot of guys don't respect the coaches and get back. I mean, that's why the Lombardi, I know they don't grow on trees, but there are coaches like that are similar in style, and get him out there. I mean, Robert Saleh at the Jets was told what to say, what to do, and he probably was like, okay, my first job, I'm happy to have this job. But you give these guys a second opportunity. They know what they've been through. I think they'll be much, much better. And that's why I'm on board for an Art Smith or Matt Nagy or Robert Saleh. I need a coach to come in here who's just going to bust your tail. At the end of the day, you're going to respect him. I mean, I'm a huge Vince Lombardi fan, and I read all about his preparation, and we did players, and he yelled at him and screamed at him, and they were scared to death of him. And they'd come up to him on game day and say, Chase, you're the reason we win today.
Yeah.
I've been on your butt all week long because I know you're the reason we win. And the player would go, oh, my God, I'm going to run through a wall for this guy.
Jimmy Johnson.
And they did. Exactly.
I mean, Jimmy Johnson Like, I think he even said in that Cowboys documentary, I was hired to be the coach. I wasn't hired to be your friend.
Right.
Like, I'm
That's
here. I am
simple.
here to coach you. I'm here to get the best out of you, and I'm here to win championships and win football
Pretty
games.
simple.
And that's why I love the quote of "Let the mind control the body, not the body control the mind."
Right.
Because he's basically saying, "Don't be a wussy."
Yeah. We laughed the other day about the asthma field.
Yes.
If you've never seen the documentary, go see it because it's a big part of it of Jimmy Johnson installing his attitude and his process. And there's a guy who's fell down running sprints, and Jimmy goes over to him and says, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I got asthma." Jimmy says, "Get your butt up. The asthma field's over there." And then he cut the guy. I mean, it's not a party.
He was a kicker.
Kicker.
It was Massimo Manca. And Jimmy famously said, "Asthma my ass." The asthma field's over there.
Love it, man. And they got video of it when he did it, which was the best part. Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah,
man.
get it, asthma my ass. Get over there to the other field and have asthma or something like that.
Oh, that is the best. All right, I am excited about our question of the day.
Yep, this is a good one.
All right, our question today in honor of Halloween. We need to know. And look, you guys yesterday for Best Sports Nickname, they kept coming through all day long, and it was fantastic. That's why we have the best listeners in the world at 102.5 The Game. Our question today, 615-737-1025. Who's the scariest athlete of all time? Now, we've done this before. We're going to do it again. The scariest professional athlete. It could, we even, if you got a wrestler out there that you think qualifies, scariest professional athlete / player of all time.
That is a good one. 615-737-1025. I will tell you that an answer that was given yesterday is my answer today.
Okay.
And I will tell you that next.
Well, now scary could also be a guy that you're afraid to go up against or destroyed people on the field.
Yep.
There's wide ranging into that stuff. But scariest athlete you think of all time?
Yep. I will tell you my answer next. You can tell me your answer next. We've already got some coming in on the text line, 615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. We're live today at ML Rose in Inglewood. Come by and see us. Come have some lunch. Having a great time here today. We'll have more coming next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
All right, guys, Big Joe here. Let's talk about anxiety and depression for a moment. 2 words that can just wreck your life if you let them. And, man, you know, sadly, most of us lead lives of quiet desperation, but it does not have to be that way. That's why we're so honored to be partnering with Unity Psychiatric Care, based right here in Middle Tennessee, to get you back on track and living the life you deserve. You know, reaching out to someone and talking to someone changed my life, and I want the same for you. Here's what you got to do. Just go to GameNashville.com. Click on the Chasing Big Joe show. There, you will see a link for Unity Psychiatric Care and start taking back your life. It's private. It's secure. It's confidential. No one has to know. I just need you to reach out if you're going to talk to somebody. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002, 1-888-508-8002. Also, you may be the one who notices a loved one isn't doing well and could be that person to turn their life around. And again, just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and then on the right side is all the information for Unity Psychiatric Care. We love you so much, and help is just around the corner. Take back your life and know you don't have to go through any of this alone. Again, simply go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and let the journey to wellness begin.
We always feel like somebody is watching us, which you can on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook as well. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Halloween, on this Friday at ML Rose in Inglewood. And our question of the day is a good one. Scariest athlete of all time. It's presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. Check them out at ariestactical.com. Chasing Big Joe with you. And here is mine.
Okay.
Reggie White.
And why is that?
Because he just absolutely dominated offenses in his career. Now, he wasn't like spooky scary by any means, but from an intimidation standpoint, I mean, like a guy preaching about, Jesus and everything, and then he knocks your head off. Like, come on.
Right? It's not bad. I'm going old school Conrad Dobler. For those over 50 who remember who he is, played for the Cardinals. Considered the dirtiest player of all time. He would pummel you. I mean, he was just amazingly dirty and nasty, and that's really sad because he was a really good football player, but he scared the bejesus out of a lot of guys in the 70s, and he's didn't get a lot of pub, obviously, because nobody hears about him, but Conrad Dobler is up there. You know somebody else who made the cover of Sports Illustrated as the most feared football player, the most violent football player at the time, former Titans coach.
Former Titan, Vrabel?
Nope. He shot a bird at the other team and got caught on camera.
Chuck Cecil?
Chuck Cecil with the Green Bay Packers would be in jail if he played football today. I mean, I don't know if he did not have a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Yeah.
I mean, Chuck Cecil was feared. He played for the Packers, I think, 5 or 6 years, but made the cover of Sports Illustrated because he was such a vicious, violent, I don't want to say dirty player, but I guess he was to a certain extent.
Yeah, that's a good one. 615-737-1025. The scariest team of all time is the 2025 Tennessee Titans.
Pretty bad.
Because you want to run screaming
the other way, and you don't want to see him like a haunted house.
No.
So Nissan Stadium's a haunted house.
It is. Let's read through some of these real quick. Gover says Lawrence Taylor, LT. That's a good one. Ron says Mike Tyson all day.
Oh,
it's a good one. Right, yeah. 2104. This, I mean, I knew this was going to happen. OJ. For, yeah. Okay. 2459 also says Lawrence Taylor. We got another one for Mike Tyson. You'll appreciate this one. Dick Butkus.
Yes. Heck yeah. Forget about him most of the time because he was such a good linebacker, but go back and watch. I love watching those old NFL films because they had no padding. They didn't care. Guys would play through heart attacks and broken necks and just keep playing. And Dick Butkus was that guy.
0040. I'm gonna be that guy for a second. He says Sting from the WWF gave me nightmares as a kid. Sting was never in the WWF. He was in WCW, but I appreciate it. I think that's a good one.
I'm all about correcting people to make it perfect. I guess
especially with wrestling.
You're a bigger wrestler guy than I am. Was the Undertaker pretty scary when he came out?
Yes. As a kid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the dead man. Yeah, that's a good one. 4086 says Jack Lambert.
Oh yeah. Number 58.
Scott says Kimbo Slice. Rest in peace.
But then didn't Kimbo Slice go to what did he do when he got his butt kicked? Right?
I don't remember. Yeah, he was disappointing.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2947 says Nolan Ryan's inside fastball. That's a good one.
Well, I mean, it's pretty good because did he not have like 13 one-hitters?
Something like that.
So, I mean, some crazy stat. And then plus he whipped Robin Ventura's ass at 43 years old.
Al says Andre the Giant and Mike Tyson in his prime. And Will Levis as he scared the hell out of me just now.
Didn't Hulk pick up Andre the Giant?
WrestleMania 3. Pontiac Silverdome.
Man.
I don't know if I should read this, but I'm going to. 0943. Aaron Hernandez. Yikes.
He's not wrong.
Here's a good one. Craig says, ain't no way I want to see Bill Romanowski in a dark alley.
Dirty. That's a dirty player. I mean, the spitting and the late. I mean, he was. But this is the whole thing. Scary, dirty. It's all goes together with this.
Robert says Bruce Jenner. Okay. Gator Tim says Ray Nitsky.
Ray Nitschke, yes. Yeah. Hell yeah. For the Packers, man. Mean as a snake.
Dylan says Aaron Donald definitely scared opposing teams.
He did. I told you, one of the greatest Aaron Donald highlight films is him not making a tackle. It's him being triple teamed and watching his teammates sack quarterbacks. I mean, he was one of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. We drafted him when I was with the Rams.
Another one for Jack Lambert. Mark says Nolan Ryan.
Do we not get a John Matuzak in here today? I mean, we need.
No, I haven't seen
Lyle Alzado. I mean, those guys were just
8946 is mad at us for the asthma thing.
We didn't do it.
It was Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson did it.
Listen to the segment.
Jimmy Johnson.
9531 says Dale Earnhardt. 0004 Brian Cushing steroids.
Yeah, that's right. Played for the Texans.
Chris in Lewisburg, Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
0600, another for Reggie White. Another for Tyson. Tim in Nashville.
Wait, the Ray Lewis, is that on the field or off the field? Because it can go both ways.
Both. Tim in Nashville going off the board. Albert Bell, scariest baseball player ever.
Pretty good.
Another for Jack Tatum. 4720 Chuck Bednarik.
Chuck Bednarik, yeah.
Bednarik.
Laid out. Was it Frank Gifford laid out in the game?
Yeah.
So, real quick, we talk about the Titans. The Titans have a guy who's scary. Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah, they do.
Jeffrey Simmons is a very scary player on the field. He's out this weekend with a hamstring trade, but he's scary. So a lot of teams don't have a scary player. At least Titans got one.
0248 says John Lynch, now GM of the San Francisco 49ers.
He was
as a player, yeah.
Yes, he was.
Here's a Titan one. Carl in Murfreesboro. Kyle Vandenbosch with the contacts.
I mean, he was that 07 and 08 defensive line with him and Albert and Tony Brown.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been better in the world, but there's not been none better in Nashville watching those guys.
Wes in Clarksville, come on, you know his name. Head and shoulders Steelers guy, a.k.a. Troy Polamalu.
Yep.
The way he could hit. He also says Chuck Norris. That's a good one. 9912 Chicago Bears duo, Doug Plank and Gary Finsick.
Yes. Oh, Jeff's told us about those guys and their tenacity and practice and everything.
8705 from the Predators, the Grim Reaper, Stu Grimson.
He's
there was a fantastic video of him when he was either with Toronto or Chicago, and he was playing one of those teams, and he loses his ever-loving mind.
Because Pound Town.
Oh, yes.
There's one Nashville Predator player that still to this day is my favorite player. He's still the only player in Predator history, and you may disagree, that when he got on the ice, everybody stood up, and that's Jordan Tutu. When Jordan Tutu got on the ice for the Nashville Predators, everybody in that arena stood up because, somebody's ass was going to get beaten, and 9 times out of 10, that happened. And, God, I missed that. That was so good. When he laid out that dude from the Stars.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Robidoux?
Stefan Robidoux.
Yeah, Robidoux. Just split that guy up, send him to Mars.
Ricky says, Papa Shango used to scare the crap out of me, and then we met him, and he couldn't have been any nicer. Papa Shango is a wrestler, also known as the Godfather and Kama Mustafa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Glad you know that.
Jay from Laverne says, Cortland Finnegan.
No, Jay, come on.
Hey, they're allowed.
I know, you're right, and I'm allowed to react.
0943, Hal Gill. Josh from White House, James Debo Harrison.
Yeah.
Another for Tutu, Steve Atwater.
James Harrison is such a great one because he didn't go to the combine, all that other nonsense. He lived to destroy you, and that's what football is all about.
Mike Singletary.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And we'll get to the phones coming up next, but one last text, 2889 says every Titans first round pick. That is a good one. 615-737-1025 We'll get to your phones coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe live at ML Rose in Inglewood on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Halloween on Friday, little Monster Mash. We're going all instrumentals today. Is that what we're doing, Brandon? I like it. I didn't know some of these existed. That's pretty good. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Our question of the day, scariest athlete of all time. We'll unfortunately get into the Titans in a few minutes as well. 615-737-1025. Wes in Hermitage has been waiting patiently. Hello, Wes.
Happy Halloween, guys, and happy belated, Joe. I appreciate you, weighing in on mine, too.
Thanks, buddy.
So I've got to say, man, I was hearing y'all talking about, certain teams and players that make you want to run through a wall and stuff. I wanted to say first, this Titans team makes me want to run face first into a wall, not necessarily through it. It's so hard to watch them when they're out there. As far as the scariest athlete, man, I've got to go with Night Train Lane, man. He was an absolute monster. But Chase, my question for you really is about Robert Saleh, and I've got to understand. I need to understand why you're pleading for him, like you're fighting this case for him, because I don't see much difference between the Jets and the Titans. There's really not much of a difference there. They're both crappy organizations right now. They've never, really had much success in Tennessee with really anything. And every time I hear about Robert Saleh, everybody says, well, that's because he was the Jets coach. Well, the Jets can't get it right. The Jets aren't very good. He'll be great somewhere else. Why is that somewhere else the Titans? Because we're not much better off than the Jets.
Well, let me interrupt you here.
It's a fair question.
Robert Saleh is one of the most respected coaches. I get all that. Bill Callahan was a respected offensive line coach, blah, blah, blah. But Saleh, he was great for the Seahawks, won a Super Bowl with them. He was great with the Jags linebackers coach, became defensive coordinator of the 49ers, led them. They went to the Super Bowl during that time. And then the Jets took him. Now, remember the Jets the last 2 years? He had the Aaron Rodgers drama. And they drafted Zach Wilson. There was a lot of things out of his control. As a first-time head coach, you're like, okay, I understand. Okay, you kind of fall in line. Then you get fired, and you're thinking, why did I do that? Why I should have done this, should have done that. That's why second-time head coach is so important to this franchise. Robert Saleh is a great coach. And he would delegate an offensive coordinator to work with Cam Ward, and he would find somebody on defense be the coordinator. He would be a head football coach. He's been through the fire. The guy is mean.
Why not?
He's tough. Go ahead.
Why not bring in Arthur Smith as the head coach and use
I'd be
Robert
fine with him
Saleh
too.
as the defensive coordinator? But Chase, I'll run. I'll let y'all go on this. I've taken up y'all's time today, but man, I got to ask you, what was the scariest movie for y'all growing up as a kid that just haunted you? Because mine was The Blob, and every time I saw a trash bag on the side of the road, my mom had to seriously coddle me. It freaked me out. So I was just curious, man. Happy Halloween, guys.
Thank you, buddy. For me,
Thanks,
there's
Wes.
a movie called The Prince of Darkness, and it is a 1980s movie, and it's good. And it is, I'm telling you, don't go watch it because you won't sleep. I still have nightmares over The Prince of Darkness 35 years later. It is the scariest movie of all time.
Mine was the original Poltergeist. I was scared of the TV.
You should be. When the white noise and the scrambling comes on, you should be. But I think you're too big to get in a TV now.
Probably.
Unless you're at Circa.
That could work. 615-737-1025. Kenny the mailman. Kenny, what's up?
Hey, I was scarred by that little old Bo Peep Beeps the Phantom of the Opera little movie.
Hey, thanks for downloading that movie.
Hey, I got this scary. Now you got me laughing at Keith's feet. I got a scary player, but y'all realize y'all have one of the scariest callers around that calls you. He has psychic ability.
Eric?
Don't say his name because then he's like Beetlejuice. If you say it 3 times fast, he'll call in.
It's Trey, because evidently he judges people without even able to see them. So that's
that's true.
So I'm glad he admitted that this week. But listen, do y'all remember a player named Orlando Brown? He's a tackle with Cleveland and Baltimore. Y'all don't know, but he is literally the scariest player in the NFL. He wasn't emotionally stable, as we say. And I've talked to a lot of the Titans, and when they're out and everything, they laugh when you mention players. They go, "Oh yeah, we got into that." You say Orlando Brown to them, and they go blank. They say we had a rule: No trash talking Orlando Brown. Don't do anything dirty to him. Don't even interact with him. He's not right. Before each game, he'd ask Coach Billick, it's in the book, Next Man Up, Coach Billick, if we get in a fight, who do you want me to kill? Literally every
Good
game.
Lord.
Coach Billick has said, we don't want you to kill anybody. We don't want you to kill anybody. He'd tell the other offensive linemen, don't let him kill anybody. I'm serious.
Kenny, was he the guy that had the flag thrown in his face by the official?
I was fixing to tell you that. He got hit in the eye with the beanbag from the official. Everyone remembers that?
Yep.
He got in trouble because he had to sit home like for 4 weeks, but he was actually Googling, how do I kill somebody? And the Cleveland police had to go and warn him, saying, no, you're not really supposed to look up stuff like that.
Oh, my gosh.
That is a true story. When will you see Derek Mason again?
Soon? This afternoon, maybe?
When he comes in early, ask him, say, can you tell us about Orlando Brown?
Oh,
there was
gosh.
rules. Blaine said, like, if there was a change of possession, just run away from him. Don't even try to block him or anything. 'Cause he would
Do that.
Yeah, it's Orlando Brown, but a lot of people don't know it. Y'all have a great day.
All right, Kenny,
Thanks,
thank
Kenny.
you.
Appreciate it. That's a
Appreciate
good one.
you. Orlando Brown. She's right there in that booth cleaning, the hostess. Hey, Steph. There you go. I'm part-time hostess today, helping out. Good job.
I mean, you've already greeted some people as they
Right.
come in, and they're very
We
concerned.
love ML Rose out here in East Nashville.
We do.
Have you walked around and seen the wallpaper?
Yeah. No,
I mean,
it's
it's
cool.
like if you grew up in the 70s and 80s and early 90s, I mean, this, you
Well,
spend
they
an
got
hour
MTV
looking.
Classic on behind us. We were watching a Poison video before we went on the air.
Perfect. It's all good, man.
Oh, look, Jordan. Well, obviously, Jordan Rogers is going to pick Vanderbilt, but Mike Greenberg picked Vanderbilt. Heather Dinich picking Texas, so she's done with us. We're done with her.
I was like, where do you see that? Okay, over there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to pick Oklahoma, Tennessee now. Why are people? I heard Robbie this morning talk about how Oklahoma scares him.
Yeah,
I think
well,
Tennessee
here's
beat
the
the
thing.
snot out of him.
I love Robbie, but Robbie he's kind of like me when it comes to Vanderbilt. Robbie is just that scorned Vols fan that's like going to be scared of every game, which is, I get it. I totally understand.
Well, I mean, I get it.
I would be scared of this game.
If Tennessee loses, they're out. I mean, you're 3 losses, you're out. You're not getting to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're just not. With 3 games left, you go 9-3. You're not getting in. You still got to beat Florida. All right.
All right. All right.
All right now.
615. All right. Quite frankly. 615-737-1025. We're live at ML Rose in Inglewood today. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 the game.
All right, guys, Big Joe here. If you're looking to upgrade where you're living, you will love this. Listen up. Let me tell you about City Limits apartment homes nestled perfectly between Spring Hill and Columbia. Wouldn't it be great to live in a place where modern sophistication meets unsurpassed features and resort amenities? Yep. Well, you can. At City Limits Apartments, modern luxury living between Spring Hill and Columbia, offering 1, 2, or 3 bedroom apartments. You will feel like you're living at a resort. And listen, you deserve that. The website, liveatcitylimits.com, liveatcitylimits.com for more. And if you lease now, you get 2 months free. The amenities are on another incredible level, and I invite you to see for yourself because you will love it. Again, the website, liveatcitylimits.com. And look, we tell you all the time, your job is stressful. Your life is stressful. Where you live should not be stressful. It should be perfect. And at City Limits Apartments, it is exactly that. So come check out City Limits Apartments, perfectly located between Columbia and Spring Hill. And again, the website, liveatcitylimits.com.
One of my all-time favorites. The movie, the song, everything. The Ghostbusters. Little Ray Parker Jr. on this Halloween, chasing Big Joe 1025 the game.
And he was sued for that song by?
That was I Want a New Drug by Huey Lewis and the News.
And sued and lost.
Yep.
Real quick. What, and this is a conversation all during Halloween, the most underrated candy. And I'm telling you right now, Crackle doesn't get the love it deserves. I don't know where you can find Crackle. I don't think you can go to a store and find Crackle.
Probably down on the corner.
Oh, my gosh. You were so right on that.
You walked into that one.
But Crackle, I mean, in the little yellow wrapper, Crackle is the most underrated Halloween candy ever.
That's a good one.
Have you ever seen a Crackle bar?
Yeah.
Don't say it. That's also down the street. Oh, my gosh. Hello, Freddie O'Connell line too.
That's a good one. No, but like with the movie Ghostbusters, do you remember the scene? I think it's right after the We Got One. They get the phone call and like we got one, and the music hits and the doors open to the fire station, and the car comes pulling out with the siren blaring.
Yep.
And it's like that is my childhood. That is the 80s. It's like here come these, 4 idiots that are going to chase ghosts. But it's a movie that will stand the test of time.
Well, isn't that one of the most photographed buildings in New York City? Is
probably.
That firehouse? They come bouncing out of. Where are they headed?
I think in that when they went to go get Slimer.
Went to the hotel.
Yeah, the hotel, and Slimer was.
And what does Bill Murray famously say at the end?
I don't remember.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Yeah, that's
and then he starts giving out. Here's the payment. Like, well, there's a storage payment and all these other payments and everything. Oh, we can release it if you don't mind. And one of the greatest Bill Murray lines of all time says, "Okay, that's okay." When the chandelier comes down. He's like, the table broke its fall. That is one of the greatest movie lines of all time.
So many of that, so much of that movie, I think, was improv. Was them just riffing off each other.
Had to be.
Because, I mean, it was Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray,
Harold
Ramis, and then
Ernie Hudson.
Everybody is Rick Moranis.
As Ernie Hudson always says, it's always those three. The black guy.
Yeah.
He's made a great career of that. So it's it's a staple.
For me, it's because he wasn't one of the scientists. He just signed up for a job.
Yep.
That was the funniest part.
But you're right. I mean, that is. I didn't mind Ghostbusters too. It's not going to live up to the first.
Yeah, it was fine.
But the female Ghostbusters version, awful.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Just awful.
I wanted to see, like, if in the 90s, like the late 90s or something, before Harold Ramis died, like if they had done it when they're older or something, like I would have been cool with that.
Didn't they make another one that wasn't as funny, like with Paul Rudd?
Yeah,
in Texas.
There's one where I think Murray and Aykroyd make cameos. But,
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but it's like, it's just not the.
Just leave them alone, man. Just leaving all those movies alone.
But in regards to the song, so are you familiar with the band called Walk the Moon?
I am.
They had that "Shut Up and Dance with Me" song. They redid the Ghostbusters theme for, I think, the new movie. It was actually pretty good, like a modern day rock version of it. It's actually not bad. So
right. Well, I can't. Not a fan of the. Although when Weezer did a few cover songs,
Weezer did a whole album. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
The Turquoise album.
Good album. Good.
Yeah, because they did "Everybody Wants to Rule the World," "Africa," "Billie Jean." That's a good. I mean, it's pretty good because Rivers Cuomo put a lot of effort into hitting the vocals right.
I heard the Africa version; it was good. I got a thing here. Another underrated candy bar, $1,000.
Oh, $100,000.
I can't even pronounce it right.
Baby grand?
$100,000 bar.
Okay, all right.
Is that? But nobody mentions that anymore. I mean, this is
I know
weekend.
That one. Like, see, here's the thing. As a kid, I would go trick or treating, and I don't know if you did this with your kids, but like my mom would always check the candy to make sure there wasn't like a
Never.
knife in there.
My
Or something.
mom never checked that. Your mom's special. That's a good mom.
No. Now here's the thing. I think she was being a good mom, but I also noticed that the Reese's cups were gone, and like there was a little bit of a. I think she was trying to get a little bit too, but she'll deny that, I'm sure. But just kidding. But anyway, there would be like the crackle and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that I would only eat on Halloween.
that's right. Yeah.
They're the little Twizzler things. Milk duds would only eat. That might be mine. Milk duds.
100 grand bar.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I actually used to get mad if I got nothing against if you hand out Hershey's bars, but like Hershey's bar to me was an everyday candy that I could always get that.
Right.
And so like if I got one of those, I'm like, oh, I always get this.
All right, they still make them.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I needed so it's made by Nestle.
Do people hand out Goo Goo clusters here in town?
I've never seen any, but I'm sure they do. Crackle still making its way around. Crackle contains milk chocolate and crisp rice. But I don't think the full-size version has been discontinued since 2014. It's now available only the miniature version. That's what she said. Oh my God. So Crackle, yeah. So Crackle to me is the most underrated little candy bar. Now I'm getting all these coming in.
I love this. 00474 says the Ghostbusters theme is a ripoff of a Huey Lewis song that had to settle in court. Thanks for listening.
Did they? Oh man.
We appreciate that.
You ever had One Musketeer?
No.
Perfect answer. Oh, it's Friday. We're delirious.
I think that's on Dickerson Road.
We're going to be taking up the air. Oh, my God.
But
please
not
don't
sorry.
leave us. Please don't leave us. Please, we got a really good show ahead.
I was going to Jim Wyatt has put out there, ruled out for the Titans on Sunday. Calvin Ridley, Jeffrey Simmons, Arden Key, and Xavier Woods.
I said that's over at Dickerson Road. Oh, my God. Oh, shoot that thing.
Coming up next, Chris Sanders will join us, Forever Titans wide receiver. He'll try and put this thing back on the rails. We're live at ML Rose in Inglewood today. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Oh.
Hour number 2, chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. We're at ML Rose in Inglewood. Joe is looking up where he can get crackle.
I am.
So many jokes, but I'm just going to let it go. Excited to be here on this Halloween. Let's bring in one of a scary wide receiver back in the day for Ohio State and the Titans. Chris Sanders is on the line with us. Also assistant coach at Montgomery Bell Academy.
Yes,
Chris,
sir.
what's up? How are you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Does Joe have on his mask, or is he playing himself?
Chris, if you could see him right now, you would run and hide. He is Mrs. Roper from Three's Company.
Oh, Mrs. Roper.
Yeah. Or
Why couldn't it be Mr. Furley? Why couldn't it be Mr. Furley?
That would be good. But I don't have a members only jacket. Also, I could look like Bobby Boucher's mom. So I'll take you the one.
Wow. I like it, man. I like it.
It is a good one for sure. So we'll start with this.
Yes,
Our question of the day is the scariest athlete of all time. Who was a scary athlete that you went up against?
Greg Lloyd. Oh, my gosh. Hey, I played against him my rookie season, and I ran like a little shallow cross, and he almost knocked my spleen out. And as I'm laying on the ground, I lift my hand up for him to help me up, and he swats it and starts cussing me out. So I'm like, dude, can I get a little bit of help? Actually, I was going to write him a note and tell him I'm sorry and I'll never come into your area again. I mean, that's how hard he hit me.
Greg Lloyd from the Steelers. Doesn't his son play or did play?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. He did.
And also, he's a black belt in karate, so I'm not going to fight him.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't fight him. Going into this weekend, the trade deadline's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how tough is that? And I don't know if you've ever been in this situation where there's just like a lot of uncertainty in the locker room. You already know the coach has been fired, so the staff's going to change. There's going to be a lot of changes in the offseason, but approaching this trade deadline, what's it like on the Friday before?
It's a little tough because it's the uncertainty that know if you're going to be here or not. But it's funny because the locker room, 2 weeks before that, everybody's kind of laughing and joking and kind of having fun. But when that date gets closer and closer, guys are more quiet and more focused because nobody knows who's going to get traded or not. So as a professional, I just had to handle it like I was staying there the whole time. I would go out and practice, go to meetings, make sure I was there on time, and just did what I could control. And if you can't control it and you get traded, then it just is what it is.
Talking to Chris Sanders this afternoon.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
Hey,
listen, I'll be at the game tonight. I'm working for Fox 17. So I'll be at the
NBA. To me this time, man?
Innsworth game. What's that?
Are you gonna say something to me this time? I waved to you last time. You kind of shoved me out the way.
Last time you had your goons toss me to the ground. So don't even talk about that. It should be. Look, I mean, excited. Friday, you're a high school football coach. I mean, this is the last game, regular season of the year.
Ooh.
It's butterflies, excitement, right? You get all that tonight like you're playing the game.
Yeah, it is. It's so much fun because, the NBA and Israel don't like each other. You got to understand that the Hasselbacks over there. So I love them as people, but they want to kick our butt and we want to kick their butt. So it's a lot of stuff that goes into this rivalry with Israel. They have a great team, great coaching staff. But, man, I wish I could put on these cleats and put on these shoulder pads and put in this mouth guard just one more time to get after it.
Right? I think they should. Here's what they do, Chris. I think the NFL should do this. I think you should bid on getting one chance to run down the field on you can't do kickoff anymore, but on a punt team. Had the highest bidder. I guarantee you there's some guy out there that paid $10 million to get on a punt team just one time.
I would love to, but if you had some older guys like me, you'd have to have 911. You'd have an oxygen tank. I wouldn't finish it because my hamstring would pop, so it wouldn't work. But, yeah, man, it's just you make a great point that just the feeling of Fridays, the feeling of Sundays that actually get a chance to play football. And sometimes when we're in the thick of it, we're like, oh, I don't want to practice and I don't want to do this and do that. But when it's gone, man, I wish I could just run one more play, one more hitch route, one bubble route, one go route, because you love the feeling of catching a pass and just playing football.
Oh, absolutely. Let's talk about the Titans now. Cam Ward and those two good receivers you got over there and the good tight end, all the rookies over there. Is there a tendency when you're 1-7 and you don't like the play call to go rogue? Is that? I don't think it's good to go rogue because that play sucks. So how do you stop these young guys who feel like, man, they don't know what they're talking about, going rogue, because I could see it beginning a little bit because his team is so bad.
Okay, here's the thing. You gotta understand who you are. Cam Ward can get away with it. DK can't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just got to understand who you are because, just like that fourth down play that we saw last week that everybody wanted to go for, and he was yelling at the coach. DK and Alec Ayumatter, they can't do that. I mean, they can't yell at the coach and say, we need to go for it on fourth down. You just got to understand who you are. And I think with Cam Ward, even though he didn't like the play call or even though he didn't like that they didn't go for it on fourth down, it was yelling at him to go for it, not out of disrespect.
It's funny. We talk about these coaches aren't going to be here come January because whole new regime comes in. You still hope, though, they're getting coached up, right? I mean, it's fine line right here. Yeah, they are because you can look at, DK and Alec. Those guys are finely tuned wide receivers. I think they run some good routes because I actually watched them in practice, about 6 or 7 weeks ago. I watched how they run routes. They understand their technique. So I think in that position they're getting coached well. And at the end of the day, when they're bringing different coaches in, they're going to bring their technique in. So, they're getting some good coaching, but at the end of the day, they got to take what they learn and take the good and the bad with it and just go forward from there. I don't know if you saw it last night, but the Miami Dolphins ran a play on the goal line. They ran a fade route the back of the end zone with their 5'10" running back against a 6'4" defensive back. Why do you guys call that play? Why? I would have never called that play. Why would you do that? It's kind of like you lining up flanked outside and you running a go route. It's not going to work. I mean, you're going to get jammed at the line of scrimmage. I mean, why are you? I think they were just trying to outsmart somebody, but how you going to outsmart somebody when you have a 5'10" running back and a 6'4" corner? I mean, you're trying to look for matchups, which is great, but 9 times out of 10, a running back's not going to win a jump ball on the fade when you're 5'10". Right. How much press coverage do they play in high school? Because I don't know. I'd like to know how much they play. None. I mean, there's some teams that have great athletes, like Ellsworth have good athletes, Baylor has great athletes, and Macaulay has great athletes because they can come up and press. But when I was in high school, I never heard of press coverage. All I knew was cover 3 and cover 2, open, the open over the field's open and one safety high. That's all that I knew. So when I got to college, when somebody pressed, I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, why is this dude on me like this? I mean, because I never experienced that. So I think it's really in tune that kids at a young age understand all the coverages, cover 1, cover 0, all those things where it's pressed. So now when they get to the next league, they understand how to get the guy off the spot. They understand how to stack him. They understand how to win with your eyes. But if you've never been pressed at the line of scrimmage and you get to college, you're going to be like me, like, what is going on here? So I had to learn that and adapt to what press coverage was.
Chris Sanders is with us on the Chase and Big Joe show. I want to go back to some high school football for a second.
Yes.
Do the kids you coach realize how lucky they are to have you as a coach?
Man.
Is to have, and I mean that as somebody that cares about them. There's somebody that played in the National Football League, somebody that played in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like, do they recognize the teaching that they're getting from you?
They do, and I appreciate that compliment, Chase. That what you said means a lot to me, and they do recognize that sometimes they go back and watch my film, but they're going to listen because I've been there. I've been in the college. I've been in the pros. I understand the technique. I understand how to win the line of scrimmage. And it's funny because there's a receiver that I coach now. His name is Carter. And this is so beautiful. He's consistently talking to me. He's consistently saying, hey, coach, what about if he's leverage here? What about this? What do I do with my eyes? How do I handle this? And I'm just like, man, he's soaking it all up. So everything that Les Steckel taught me, I get to teach him, and then I get to watch him develop into a great receiver. That's why I love coaching right there, because you're developing kids. You're taking the DNA that you have in you, and you're injecting it into them, and you're watching everything that you was taught, and they're doing the same thing. It's a beautiful sight to see, man. Will you please explain, and I know the answer, Chase knows the answer, but a lot of people don't, the difference between track speed and football speed? Yeah, it is. See, the thing about track speed is you can run fast straight, but you can't run fast with your pads on. You can't get out of your cut. It's just like Nehemiah, I forgot Nehemiah. He was a big-time hurdler that went to the Olympics. Renato Nehemiah, yes. Thank you. He tried to come out and run track, and he's running so fast that he can't stop on a dime. Right. And you know what I'm saying? That you're just defeating the purpose. You can run, but you can't stop. You may have straightforward speed, but you got to have football speed. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Look at Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice ran a 4.7, but when he got out of his cuts, he was 4.7. There's a lot of guys that run 4.3 to get out of their cut and they get out at 5.2. So that's the difference between having track speed and football speed.
Yeah, exactly. Willie Gault is a very
Yeah.
underrated receiver. He
Yes.
went to Tennessee, played with the Bears. He was a track guy, but he learned how to play receiver.
There you go.
And that guy was like you. I mean, you had to learn how to play receiver, right?
That's beautiful because when you say you learn how to play wide receiver, because in college and high school, I got away with just running fast and jumping over people. But then when I got with Les Steckel, he taught me about how being a complete wide receiver. Let's start with the first phase, getting off the line of scrimmage, getting a guy off the spot, stacking it. Let's talk about the second phase, basing everything off the line. Then the last phase is what you do at the top of the route. Lie with your eyes, different stems, beat me back to the sideline, coming back to the football. All these things that I didn't learn until I got into college. And in the pros, and then I get into the league. That's why my game skyrocketed because I understood it's not just about running fast. It's about understanding that being a wide receiver is a craft.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because you see the combine, like this guy ran a 4.18 at the combine. Or, when John Ross ran it from Washington and the Bengals like, I'm going to take him in the top 10, and he's terrible.
He's terrible.
Here's my thing. Can you run about a 4.7, 4.8, and then can you take a hit? If you can,
there you go.
All right, let's go. You're on my team.
Absolutely, you can take a hit, but also it's understanding how to create separation. Let me give you a perfect example. Just imagine if you have bracket coverage. You have one guy up top, one guy at the bottom. Who are you running the route off? You're running the guy off the guys on top. So learning those things, how to create separation, it's more than just running a go route, running a post route, because they're going to put a safety over top and stop that. That's why Jerry Rice and Derek Mason, all those guys are so great at what they do because they're a complete receiver.
Chris Sanders with us. Hey, enjoy tonight. I know playoffs are coming up, but last one of the regular season, and we'll make sure Big Joe behaves.
I am. I'm gonna kick him in the shin.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate it. Love y'all, brothers. Bye-bye.
You too. Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receiver, joining us here on the program. Sounds like most of our dates after we talk to him.
Are you there? Hello?
Hello. We'll react to some of the things that Chris said, and also on the Titans. Vandy in Texas coming up this weekend. Tennessee, Oklahoma as well. Jason Big Joe live at ML Rose here in Inglewood on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Halloween, All Hallows Eve, on a Friday. I think Halloween is so much better when it falls on a Friday.
Of course, yeah.
Like you know how there's certain holidays that kind of match up with days of the week? Like, obviously, Thanksgiving is always a Thursday.
Is it?
Yes.
Thought it was always on November 25th.
Well, that is not true. And you know that. But, Christmas changes. It's always December 25th. But Halloween, to me, just feels like a Friday holiday.
It should be. Yeah. A lot of parties tonight and tomorrow night. People having a good time around.
Yep.
Wait, I thought Christmas was on the fourth Thursday in December. Am I got this backwards?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I do. You're good though.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. Adam in Portland, he may know. He's called in. Adam, what's up?
There's no way he thought that.
No.
December 25th, man. There's zero chance he thought that. No, hey, quick question for you. I want to advocate for Jim Schwartz just for 2 seconds here. By the way, I don't know who answered the phone, but he didn't know my name, which he did not do any homework.
He's
on the
new.
show.
He's new.
Okay.
He's new.
Adam from who? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Easy,
Anyway,
easy, Adam. Easy.
Yeah. So doesn't Jim Schwartz make too much sense for a job? Because, dude, honestly, like, he went through it with Mac. He moved with the Titans into a new stadium, which we're fixing to end up having to do again. Like, he brought him from nothing. You know, he was part of nothing, which I understand. It was Greg Williams and then Jim Schwartz. But he makes too much sense for me. Like, you need an adult. And you also, bingo, you need somebody who could deal with the crazy Adams family. And he understands them too. So I like Jim Schwartz for a pick. I know they won't do it, but he makes a lot of sense. I would do Jeff Fisher again, dude. Honestly, like I know everybody would hate that, but give me Jim Schwartz. He's my favorite pick.
I think more people would sign up for Jeff Fisher than you think. Thanks, Adam. Here's what I'll say. I like Jim Schwartz, but in that scenario, I would rather have Arthur Smith. And I know I said earlier that, I kind of want the defensive guy, but Arthur Smith or Jim Nagy, if they were the head coach, I'm not going to hate that either. I would rather have, if I'm going to get Jim Schwartz, Art come in and be the head coach, and then Jim Schwartz is the DC.
Yeah, I
just
wouldn't mind it.
I don't think Jim Schwartz wants to be a head coach again.
He's a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
Yes.
There's not a lot of those in the world. So, yeah, it would make good sense. I think he'd come out. The pressure from a head coach to a coordinator is night and day. There's still a lot of pressure there, but not as much as a head coach. But I think Schwartz would be great. He's in Cleveland now. They're probably not going to retain that staff to be gone, looking for a job. There are some bright things ahead for the Titans if they get the right staff here. It could be really good, and that could be with Art Smith, with Jim Schwartz as his DC. Matt Nagy could bring in a good DC. There's some things here. Here's the main thing: you got to get it right. You got one chance at this. You're moving to a stadium. You don't want to fire another coach in 26 when you're moving to a stadium in 27. So this next hire, this head coach, you have to nail this.
Yeah.
To use a baseball analogy, you have to hit a grand slam on your next hire. You just have to.
So, all right. So let's do this. Let's ask the people. If it's Arthur Smith, Robert Saleh, or Matt Nagy, I almost said Jim Nagy. Matt Nagy. If it's one of those three, and if there's a fourth that you want to throw in, Joe, then feel free. But if it's one of those three, is that the grand slam that the Titans need? We can throw McCarthy in there too.
How about 1, 2, 3, and then anybody else?
Okay. All right.
So I'm Art Smith all day.
Because and the reason I say those three is we both, in no particular order, say our top three is Arthur Smith, Matt Nagy, or Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I'm Art Smith all the way. I think he can come in here and develop Cam Ward, can hire the right staff, and go forward. Well, but Joe, in Atlanta, he wasn't that good. Well, he was a first-time head coach, and most of those guys don't succeed very well. Look at Fisher. 95, 96, 97, 98, they were average.
Yep.
But they built towards something. So when they hit in 99 and 2000 and 02 and 03, they had a good foundation of guys. So don't expect the next coach to win the Super Bowl, but you build up. Art went through the hell in Atlanta as a head coach. He knows now not to open that door and open this door. So I think but you have to hire somebody that's been a head coach. You have to.
All right, 8955 says no, no, and no. And I just responded with so who? So tell me who. If you say no to those three, then who? That's fine. 9013 says, please go get Mike Tomlin. Please. He's employed by the Steelers.
Yeah, he's
Would I sign up for that? Sure, absolutely. But he's got a team that's on the verge of making the playoffs.
Mhm.
He's not going anywhere. And if he does, it's going to be his decision, and I think he'd be done.
I mean, he's been in Pittsburgh 19 years, one of the best coaches ever. Does he really want to come to Nashville? Would you not want to take a break for a year or two and I need to sit this thing out? That's what I think. If I'm Mike Tomlin, that's what I do.
You also have the crowd like Wes in Clarksville saying, well, this is funny too. Good thing about getting Fisher again is people can't complain about him going 8-8 since there are 17 games.
Yes.
He says, I also don't think Arthur was all that here. He had Henry.
Okay, and that's his fault?
Yeah.
That's there's another stat I hate. Chase McCabe carried the ball 8 times for 100 yards, but he had a 91-yard touchdown. But if you take that away, he was 7 for 9. You can't take that away.
Right.
You can't take that away because you did a 91-yard run. Art Smith had Derrick Henry here. You can't take that away from him. It's not Art Smith's fault. One of the stupidest arguments of all time is well, Joe Montana had Jerry Rice and John Taylor. That's Joe Montana's fault? He had those guys? Okay, big deal. Who cares? So stop with that nonsense.
Mark in Nashville says, let's go with a young offensive guy, Clint Kubiak. They've tried that. It didn't work.
As a coordinator, great.
Yeah.
Come to town, Clint.
Yeah.
But you ain't the head coach. Sorry.
David in Paris says, can't be bringing in your buddies or family unless they're proven winners.
The second coaching time, you don't do that.
Yeah.
John McClain has famously said on our show, the first time these guys get head coaching jobs, hey, Chase, remember we worked together at Glanville State? Come with me. I got you. Hey, Jakey, babe, remember we coached together at Sanford? Hey, man, come on with. That's what the first staff is, and you get fired.
Think of it like this. It's like the president. Term 1 is you take care of campaign promises and people that helped you along the way. Term 2, you actually bring in right people and start getting stuff done.
Right?
I mean that's really what it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same deal. And that's why these assistant coaches, everybody's complaining about the assistant coaches that got an extension. They get 2-year contracts because everybody knows that if a coach lasts past that 2-year point, they're probably going to fire their buddies and they're going to bring in people that actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean that's unless you're Mike Vrabel, then then you kind of keep doing it.
I mean, there's a lot of familiarity with these coaches, and it's fine because there's not a lot of great coaches in the world and what goes on. But this next hire, the Titans have to get it correct. I mean, you have to get it correct because you're moving into a huge stadium in 2027. You got to be competitive. Everything's got to line up to you moving to that stadium in 2027.
We'll continue this coming up next. A lot of you weighing in on the text line. We'll also get back to our question of the day. We're live today at ML Rose in Inglewood, East Nashville. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni, 102.5 The Game.
All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show, live at ML Rose here in Inglewood off Gallatin Road. Nice crowd here today. Does anybody work anymore? I'm just curious. All right. Stephanie, the hostess, what are you eating over there, Stephanie? Is that a pizza? Oh, okay. It looks good there. Welcome back. Come by and see us. We're here till 3 o'clock today hanging out. And to my friends, stop sending me pictures of the most underrated candy bars that are only available during Halloween. I made the mistake of mentioning that Crackle was the best candy bar out there that you can only get during this time. And then all the other ones come in. An underrated candy bar this time of year, Mr. Good Bar. Mr. Good Bar. That guy still hanging out, making things happen all these years later. So you get the candy tonight when you go out trick-or-treating and having a good time. If you're out trick-or-treating tonight, make sure you get all the candy and do all that. But we had the 100 Grand Bar, the Crackle, Mr. Good Bar, which what makes Mr. Good Bar so good? Does he care about you? That's my question. Does he truly care about you? So Kit Kat's always around. And let's welcome now Chase McCabe to the show.
Is Mr. Goodbar related to Mr. Goodwrench? Are they cousins?
Cousins.
Okay, gotcha.
Because Mr. Goodwrench is a heck of a dude. But so yeah, I get friends like, what about Crackle? What about 100 Grand Bar? What about Kit Kat and all that? I mean, you get all these things tonight. If I had to die by chocolate, I would die by Butterfinger.
Oh, that's
miniature Butterfingers. The mini ones are the absolute best. I literally could eat 100 of those.
By the way, a friend of mine on Instagram sent this video that somebody did of trick-or-treating for adults. And it's these guys that, like, they come in and they have their costumes like, all right, what'd you get? And it's like a muscle relaxers, and like ibuprofen, Tums. It's like, man, I got an insurance card. Like, it was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, trick-or-treating, it was a big deal.
Yeah,
growing up was a huge deal growing up, and then you have kids of your own. You're like, oh, this is fun. Now it's like, don't knock on my door. Turn the light off.
Yeah,
turn the light off. Get out of here.
I can see you being like, the light off means go away.
Yeah. One year this was years ago, we had set out candy because we went trick-or-treat with JJ, and we set all these Butterfingers out on the porch. So take one if you come in. So we get there at home like 2 hours later, and all the Butterfingers are gone. But all the wrappers are in the yard. And what happened? The neighbor's dog came down. So everybody's like, oh, that dog's going to die. And we called. We said, hey, what happened? And I said, hey, where's the dog? I forget her name. And the owner's like, yeah, she's out back and she's busy. And she's been busy for the last hour. She ate every Butterfinger and pooped all the Butterfingers and the wrappers out. So I got blamed for it too. I was like, you ate off. No, I didn't. The dog across the street ate all the Butterfingers. Stop that. Crazy, Mike.
That's a good one. 615-737-1025. Mark wants to weigh in. Mark, what's up?
What's up, Chase? Big Joe.
Not much, man. How you doing?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, long time. I hadn't talked to y'all in a long time, but Big Joe, I sent a thing, Chase, saying to Clint Kubiak. But, man, why do y'all want these recycled coaches coming back? Why would you want Nagy? Nagy doesn't call plays to Kansas City. Andy Reid does that. Why would you want the ex-coach of Green Bay? Recycled coach. Tomlin's not going to come here. Why not go get a Joe Brady? Joe Brady's done a hell of a job with Josh Allen. You saw what he done with Joe Burrow down there at LSU. He does call plays.
Mark, let me stop you right here. Mark, you could coach Joe Burrow. You could coach Josh. Those are good quarterbacks. Joe Brady is a play caller. I'm all about it. As a head coach, I do not want a first-time guy as a head coach.
I want an experienced head coach, Mark. That's what I'm looking for.
I understand that, Big Joe. I understand that, but why would you want Arthur Smith? He couldn't do a thing with quarterbacks down in Atlanta.
Because he messed up. I think he gets it now. I think he was
I don't
told.
think he had one.
I think he went through all that. Like, you got to do this and do that. And he's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think if he had to do different, I guarantee you, Mark, and you make great points, that Art Smith would say, I'm going to do it this way because I know this way works, not your way. And it goes that. I just need somebody who's been through the fire. That's it.
Yeah, but Big Joe, Chase, Cam Ward's going to need a guy that can take him to the next level. Yep. I think those guys like Kafka with the Giants, what he's doing with Jackson Dart, I think those kind of guys can take it to another level with Cam Ward. I mean, at some point, you got to give them guys a shot, Joe.
But we did that. Mark, we did that with Callahan. He was supposed to be the quarterback guy who's worked with Stafford, Manning, and Derek Carr and all these guys. He was terrible. So Kafka could come
he
here.
was a fraud.
Right.
He was a fraud.
Right. So
He was a fraud.
Kafka can come here,
I mean,
but you're going to be an offensive coordinator. You are not going to be the head coach.
yeah, I understand what you're saying, Joe, but going back to Callahan, he was a fraud, man. And it showed. It showed with him. But I think those other guys would be good coaches. They may not get a job here, but I'm just throwing it out there to y'all, man. But, hey, y'all have a good day. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you calling. It's good to hear from you.
Makes great points. That's a great point.
No, he does. And look, I think I am in the I think there's a group like Mark that is just like, hey, I want a young coach. I want somebody that, you know, his developed quarterbacks. Now, you know, the difference, and you were on this train very early, between the guys he named, you know, Kafka, Joe Brady, and there was one other. I forgot who the other one was. But they've called plays. Yeah. Callahan never called plays.
Nope.
So that is fair. But I want an experienced head coach, because I think there are too many examples of guys that, you know, get the second job and they realize, you know, things that they could have come differently. I mean, look at New England right now. My guess is there's a couple of things that he's doing the same way that he did here, and there's a couple of things that he might have changed his tune on.
Right.
You know, because that's called growth. That's learning as a coach. I mean, yes, he's still got some of his buddies, you know, coaching on the coaching staff.
Right.
But they're not in, like, Hotailen, who was the offensive line coach here. He's the assistant there. He's got head coaches on the roster, on his coaching staff that are helping him out.
Here's an example. How long have you been program director?
Almost 4 years.
Are you different today than you were day one?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've been through the fire. I mean, you grow. You've been through the fire and you know things. And that's get these guys his second chance to do things, and then they'll be fine. Thank you. Have a good day. So yeah, that's the thing, is that I don't want to. We just went through the first time guy.
Yeah.
And you saw the result. It was terrible.
The last two head coaches of this team have been first time head coaches. One worked, one didn't.
Yep. And I think it worked because Vrabel was a player's coach.
Yeah.
I mean, he had been through the fire of being in the NFL and done all that as a player. I mean, that's a huge advantage for him. Fisher was a defensive coordinator for the 49ers and for the Eagles. I mean, there was a lot of things. So he
was a first-time head coach.
But look at what he did.
Yeah, right.
Callahan did none of that.
And look at some
How
of the people.
How the hell did Callahan get on anybody's radar?
Look at some of the people he worked with, too. I mean, Jeff worked with Buddy Ryan, George Seifert,
Chuck
Knox. I mean, he played for Ditka.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, he worked with some people with a ton of experience and a pedigree.
Yeah.
You know, Malarkey's one that worked with Bill Cowher and, you know, countless others.
I love this Malarkey. Like, oh, Malarkey. Malarkey got the Titans to win a playoff game on the road for the first time in 14 years.
I'll use another presidential analogy on this. When somebody says the best former president of all time, they're usually referring to Jimmy Carter, right? Because of what he did out of office.
Yeah.
You know, but Mike Malarkey, his stint as the coach looks better and better the longer it goes.
Yeah.
The longer you get removed from it.
Yeah.
So maybe not a perfect analogy, but you know what I'm saying.
I get it, but Mike Malarkey still has the honor of being the most bizarre press conference I've ever. I was not there. I watched it, but it was after the Kansas City game.
Yeah, when he kind of knew he was going to get fired.
I'm getting no support from the general manager, and the owner. And then we're going on the road next week to take on the Patriots. I mean, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What did I turn the wrong channel? What happened here? And then he quit the next week and never been back to football. But I thought Malarkey righted the ship in a huge way and set it up good for Vrabel.
He did. I mean, the culture was set. The culture was set up.
Good times.
And then Vrabel took over. Doug wants to weigh in. Doug, what's up?
Hey, good afternoon, man. I didn't want to hesitate on this coaching decision, but I've got to go with you guys. I want to see a head coach I don't care if he has quarterback coaching knowledge. And the reason I say this is because I don't know what Callahan said in the interview, but I know myself. I've never failed an interview, and I may not have even known what I was doing, but I'm passing the interview. I'm killing it. But I know to put good people around me to take care of me. The head coach is somebody that can do something besides coach a quarterback. We've seen Callahan in situations where he didn't even know when time out. And we saw last week when you didn't even know to go for it on fourth down.
Right.
That comes from not being a good coach, not because you're a quarterback guru. And I think that's where we're at. We're trying to bring up and coming guys to be in a position to not groom for. Heck, I was a supervisor and I didn't know anything about what I was doing. I kept everybody right, kept everybody focused. I talked to the guys and said, hey, this is what I need. I provided it. I had discipline and I had rules and regulations. That's what a head coach does. And he makes the final decision because he's seen enough of the broad spectrum to know how to lead the troops to war and to eventually have a win. So Callahan can kill anybody's interview.
You're right.
But when it comes down down to putting the rubber on the road, that's where he failed. We're talking about timeout. They're talking about, we're talking practice. No, we're talking timeout.
Right.
That's all I got, though.
I appreciate you. Real quick before we go to the break, these are the list of the AP NFL Assistant Coach of the Year winners going back 12 years. 2014, Todd Bowles. And Chase, you rate these as head coaches. Todd Bowles was Coach of the Year, defensive coordinator in Arizona. How's he as a head coach?
I actually think Todd Bowles is a pretty good coach.
2015, Wade Phillips.
Good regular season coach.
2016, Kyle Shanahan.
Pretty good coach.
2017, Pat Shermer.
He was the coach of the year?
Yep, 2000 assistant. These are AP NFL Assistant Coach of the Year winners.
Bad head coach.
2018, Vic Fangio.
Bad head coach.
2019, Greg Roman.
Never been a head coach.
2020, Brian Daboll.
I don't think he's not a good head coach with the team he's with.
Okay.
But he might be one of those examples that gets another shot.
2021, Dan Quinn, Coach of the Year, Assistant Coach of the Year.
I think he's pretty good.
2022, DeMeco Ryans, Assistant Coach of the Year.
Jury's still out.
2023, NFL Top Assistant Coach of the Year, Jim Schwartz.
Really good assistant.
2024, NFL Assistant Coach of the Year, Ben Johnson.
We'll see.
So, like anything else, it's all hit and miss.
Yeah.
You just don't know till it happens. But off that list, Ben with the Bears, DeMeco Ryans with the Texans is doing well. Dan Quinn's got Commanders fighting. Dayball, we've seen nice and bad from that guy. Greg Roman's never been a head coach, although he's with the Chargers now. Is that where he is? I think so. He's always following John Harbaugh, usually, or Jim Harbaugh. Fangio, no idea. Pat Shermer, no idea. Shanahan with the Niners. Todd Bowles is with the Buccaneers.
615-737-1025. We'll wrap up the hour with getting back to our question of the day, which is the scariest athlete of all time in honor of Halloween. Who'd you say?
Conrad Dobler.
Okay. And I said Reggie White. But there are several others. 615-737-1025. We're live at ML Rose in Inglewood today. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this is a good one. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday at ML Rose in Inglewood, East Nashville. The east side, Adam Vingan has been nice enough to stop by because he may have walked here. I don't know. He lives right down the street. So he drove, but they'll be coming up in a little over an hour for DVD on this Friday. So what you got, Big Joe?
There is this affects me. That's why I'm mad. Disney channels have gone dark on YouTube TV after the media giants failed to resolve carriage issues, which means I have YouTube TV. I cannot see Vanderbilt, Texas tomorrow or Tennessee and Oklahoma, and I'm not happy about it. And this is BS, and we all know. So if you have YouTube TV, know right now, and I don't mean to ruin your weekend, you're not going to get any ESPN, ABC games this weekend because these two sissies are fighting each other.
Yep. Well, you know what you need to do?
Go to a sports bar.
Go to ML Rose.
Right.
And watch all their TVs, and they'll have it on.
Yeah. I hope they don't have YouTube TV. I mean, this is just nonsense.
I don't get this either because we go through this every year. One of these service providers gets into a pissing match with, something. And it's just like, y'all know, like we all know you're going to get this figured out. So get it figured out where this doesn't happen.
Yep. And this is every Saturday in the fall is a huge weekend. And I'm going to have to get out and go find someplace and sit with the peasants and watch Vanderbilt,
and also,
Texas.
And another thing, why does this stuff always come up during football season?
You know why? They're not dumb. But I saw this morning, I'm like, oh, Disney and YouTube are fighting.
So you know what's going to happen at around 9 o'clock tonight.
We'll get it done.
They'll get a deal done.
That's fine. But I'm seeing, when I saw Disney, I'm like, I don't care. I don't watch. My kids are old. I don't watch Disney anymore. I don't care.
ABC.
And then you read down. There it is.
Yep.
Disney and ABC, ESPN, YouTube,
contract. But Joe, you can go pay $30 a month for the all-new ESPN app, and then you get all those things.
Is this what forcing me to do?
Yeah.
I mean,
basically.
I think ESPN does college football perfectly.
You know what I would do?
Perfectly.
If I was you, I would go down to Walmart and buy an antenna and plug that into your TV because then you can watch ABC. And you can watch Vanderbilt.
I
think you can watch Vanderbilt and Tennessee. They're both on ABC tomorrow.
Are they?
Yeah.
Tennessee's not on ESPN?
I think. Let me look.
Oh,
you may be right. You may be.
I hope not.
I may be crazy, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. It is ABC. So both are on ABC.
Yes. Okay. I have an antenna. I can get it turned. I don't mind that, but and I'll figure out.
I've actually considered. That's what I've considered doing is paying for the ESPN app, and then an antenna. Because the only thing that I would, because I did a NFL Plus add-on too, so I get the NFL Network and everything. But like the only thing I would really lose is FS1.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't watch a lot.
No, and I got rid of Netflix. I don't watch any of that, and I got Amazon. I don't. Apple TV came free with my phone, so I'll do that. But this just bugs me because I get annoyed. I don't get mad. Mad's different. I get annoyed, and that's worse to me. I get annoyed.
Yeah. Well, no, I've seen you annoyed.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I get annoyed.
Yeah, and so that's the part about this is that
avoid the annoyed.
They got to come together and figure it out. I don't care about the NFL because I can find the Titans on CBS or someplace else or Fox. That happens, because they ain't going to be on ESPN and get away with it. But yeah, as we enter November, there's some that Vanderbilt Texas game tomorrow is monumentally huge for Vanderbilt if they want to make the college football playoffs. Huge.
Wayne in Hoptown says, not only football, Joe, talk about how to watch the Preds on YouTube TV. That's another thing. They don't have FanDuel TV on YouTube.
I haven't seen a Preds game on TV
I'm just gonna say it, and they know this, but like that's I've seen other teams figure it out. They got to figure that out.
Yeah,
and I know there's contracts and stuff that they're kind of handcuffed to right now, but like. This old FanDuel TV, it's fine. Like, I obviously love the job that Willie and everybody does with it, but it's just figuring out how to watch it is a pain.
I just wish
it's a disservice to the Predators. It's a disservice to the Braves, the Grizzlies, all the teams around here. And they got to come up with some sort of solution, whether it's, the Southeastern teams getting together and starting their own network, or the individual teams starting their own network, or what have you. But I have Xfinity and I don't get FanDuel because otherwise I have to pay like an extra $40 a month for the top tier package just to get FanDuel TV. And I'm like, I'm not doing it.
No, I don't blame you at all for doing that. And I don't know if any team does it around the country in basketball, baseball, or hockey, but when we get those games were on local TV every game.
Yeah.
To me, that's how I became a Braves fan.
Yep.
Those games were always
TBS.
on. I know it was cable. I get all that. But still, I could watch it. There was no bitching about where you could find the game or anything. It was there. And so I think you could build. I think Phoenix is doing something with the Phoenix Suns where all their games are on local TV.
Yeah.
And so I think, you're not going to go to the game on TV. That's such garbage. You'll go to the game or you go to the game. But if I could turn on and see the team, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, they're watching. I'm watching it. I'd watch it. But now I can't find it. Can't find where they are.
Well, if you want to go to the game, be listening. We'll give away tickets to tomorrow's game.
Ooh.
In hour number 3 against the Calgary Flames. It's also the Golden Hall with Pete Weber and Terry Crisp. So we'll give away some tickets to the Preds.
Nice.
In just a little bit. And also Michelle Kennedy going to join us at the bottom of the next hour. More coming in hour number 3 live from ML Rose in Inglewood. It's Chasing Big Joe on this Halloween. 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 1025. The game on this Halloween, this Friday at ML Rose in Inglewood. Hope you're having a great start. It's not. I keep saying that. You're like halfway through the day now. Hope it's a good day to this point. But we're excited to be hanging out here on this Halloween alongside Bobby Boucher's mom. I'm Joe Dubin.
Yep, Mama Boucher.
Yep, Mama Boucher. And Brandon Bigsby back at the studio. Michelle Kennedy will join us at the bottom of the hour. We're going to tell you we're going to play a little college football buy or sell. I'm going to throw a team out there, and JoJo, you tell me if you're buying or selling. Okay. And you know, a majority of these will be in the top 25, but I might even go outside the top 25 a little bit. So we will see. I will start with the number 1 team in the country that I believe is the best team in the country, and until I see somebody beat them, I don't think they will get beaten, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Buying it 100%, man.
Yeah.
That's such a good football team.
Which is so funny because a year ago, people were calling for the head of Ryan Day, and then what does he do? Gets his team to the playoffs, shellacks the Vols, runs through everybody that stands in their way, and wins a national championship.
Best team by far. Until somebody knocks them off, they're the best team.
The Indiana Hoosiers.
Nope. I got to see it. I got to see it all the way. That their one big win against Oregon. So is Oregon that good? I got to see it. I got to see it, man.
Would a playoff win sell you on it?
I think 2 would.
Okay.
I think 2 would.
They don't
play Ohio State in the regular season.
Texas A&M.
Yes. They're quietly very good.
Mike Elko is pretty good.
Yep.
I already know the answer to this one. Alabama.
I picked them to win the national championship. I tried to take you back after week 1. Chase McCabe wouldn't let me. So you got to stick with your pick. I said, okay. And now I'm like, all right. But I think it's Alabama, Ohio State in the national championship.
Our good friend Katie Myers just texted me. She's a big Ohio State fan and said, I was people about Ryan Day.
Oh,
probably not anymore.
Right.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes. I think they're really, really good. And I think they're beating team. Like Ole Miss should have beaten them. Tennessee should have beaten them. They should have beat Alabama. And they're still sitting there. Don't count them out.
I'm selling. I don't believe this year.
All right.
I still think, look, they're Georgia. They're good. I'm not writing them off forever and ever, but not this year. I think there are several teams better than them. And, yes, they're in a position to make the playoff and probably will make the playoff.
Right.
But I don't think they win it.
We'll see.
The Oregon Ducks.
Nope. Not at all.
I am with you. I am not buying the Oregon Ducks right now. The Ole Miss Rebels.
No. Kiffin will find a way to screw them up.
I'm going to say yes. And I could be eating crow at the end of the year, but I'm a believer. I actually think he's got them in a spot where
who's left on their
they can
schedule?
do something.
I know they got I do know Mississippi State, but
South Carolina, the Citadel, Florida, Mississippi State.
They're going to win all those games.
Yep. So I'm buying right now. Georgia Tech.
No. They're running their way to the ACC, and no. I think they're a good team. I don't think they're one that's going to be there at the end.
NC State, Boston College, Pitt, and then Georgia the rest of the way. I'm with you. I think they're a nice story. I like, was it Brent Key?
Yep. Now, I think they'll win the ACC and they'll get into the playoff. That's fine.
Yeah.
But any damage, I don't think so.
Vanderbilt.
No.
You're not.
I think Vanderbilt loses tomorrow. I think Tennessee beats them. Vanderbilt's had to play LSU, Missouri, and Alabama. That's a lot of emotion for a team that's not used to a lot of emotion.
So if they go down to now, I will agree. They need to have a signature road win. Beating Texas tomorrow would be that. Now Tennessee would be bigger,
sure,
but beating Texas at Texas tomorrow would be a signature road win for them.
Texas can get back on the map by knocking off a top 10 team.
Yeah,
they can. And then it's tough. Vanderbilt's offense scares me. That's the problem. I think if Texas gets into a shooting match, I think Vanderbilt can keep up. Now, remember, folks, I'm always wrong.
Except for once. Or no, I thought you were only wrong once. Yeah.
It's only wrong once.
Yeah.
BYU. See,
That one's a tough one.
they're not bad,
No.
but I mean, what's the competition like? So I don't know.
They're at Texas Tech tomorrow.
Big game.
TCU
Big.
at Cincinnati and UCF.
Well, if they win those games, then they deserve to be in it.
Yep, I would agree with you on that. The 10th ranked Miami Hurricanes.
No, they got exposed so bad to Louisville. Get them out of here.
Yep. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame lost to Miami opening season. Tough game. They lost to Texas A&M in the last minute. Tough. I think they're a good football team. Who's left for them?
I think they're a really good team. I agree with you. Let's see. At Boston College, Navy, at Pitt, Syracuse, and then at Stanford to close the year.
That Navy game will be tough. That's always a tough game. They should win all those games, and they'll be in the playoff again.
Yeah. Okay. Texas Tech.
Oh, I don't. I mean, don't they have the highest NIL roster in the country? I was told.
Yeah, I think so.
So, but who beat them? TCU,
Arizona State in a close one at Arizona State.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to win the Big 12.
K-State, or they're at K-State, BYU, UCF at West Virginia.
All right, you win those, you deserve to be in there. But that's tough.
The 14th ranked University of Tennessee.
They win the rest of all four, they're in.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll beat an Oklahoma team. They'll beat a Sam Houston team.
But do you trust them to win all four?
Yeah,
I don't.
I do. I think they beat Oklahoma tomorrow night and they roll. They'll beat Florida in the Swamp. They'll beat Vanderbilt. And they'll squeeze in at 10
the one, to me, like I think tomorrow could be a trap game if you let it be a trap game, but I don't think they're letting it be a trap game. It's going to be Neyland at night. You're wearing the dark mode uniforms. You got the Josh Heupel Oklahoma factor, which may not matter to him, but it matters to his players. Somebody's going to make sure that it matters to his players. So I think they win tomorrow. Then you got New Mexico State. Okay. At Florida. Florida's terrible. The one to me is Vanderbilt.
Did I hear somebody say Oklahoma's got two freshmen on that offensive line? I may be incorrect on this. I know they got one, and walking into Neyland at night is like, well, the Cotton Bowl was loud. It's only allowed for 50% because that's 50-50. You're going to have 100,000 screaming hillbillies in Neyland Stadium, which I love because we're hillbillies going crazy. I think Tennessee rolls. I'm telling you, they beat Oklahoma. They beat Florida. They beat Vanderbilt. And I'll tell you why they beat Vanderbilt, because Pavia ran his mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I have friends up there that know people in the program. They had circled that game. They cannot wait till Vanderbilt comes to town.
All right, let's go. I'm going to go quick on some of these. Virginia.
No.
Louisville.
Maybe.
Cincinnati.
Maybe.
Oklahoma.
No.
Missouri.
They're good, but Vanderbilt took them. No.
Texas.
If they win tomorrow, yes, because they still can prove themselves by beating A&M.
Michigan.
No.
Houston.
Nope.
USC.
USC's not – they got a lot of talent, man. I don't know.
USC made a very big mistake, as did a lot of other teams.
Joining the Big Ten?
Yep. Because now they're kind of lost in the shuffle.
Yep. And they're playing games that are, 9 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast.
Yep. Utah.
I like Utah a lot, but BYU put them down, though.
Did you see who the guest picker is going to be?
Alex Smith.
Yep. Memphis.
That UAB loss really hit me hard. Besides that, Memphis had a good chance of getting in as a group of 5.
All right, outside the top 25, and you can look at this more as maybe future. Tulane.
They got beat last night by UTSA, so no.
Yeah. The Navy. They're sneaky, man.
Right?
They're sneaky.
Do they run the silly wishbone still, I hope? Because it's hard to defend that when it's
run
well.
So their coach, Kenny Amatalola, who was there forever, is where now?
Is he Hawaii?
Maybe.
I think he's at Hawaii. He's not at BYU, but I thought he went to no. Timmy Chang's at Hawaii.
He is at San Jose State.
San Jose State. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. We had him on when who was it that that played at Navy that was from here?
Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
But good pastor?
There's another Washington.
No.
All right, that's really about it.
I said that like dismissive. But
You're like, no.
Get out of here. Just take it and get gone. But I do think that tomorrow that game in Neyland is a chance for Heupel to show off.
Mm-hmm.
A real national audience.
I think the game down in Austin is a chance for Clark Lee to show off.
It's a lot of
if
emotion.
They go down there and beat Texas.
I hope they do. And completely shut up that Arch Manning is the greatest player ever talk. That'd be fantastic.
What I really want to have happen, what I need to have happen is I need Vanderbilt and Tennessee to win all their games until that last one. I want that game to mean
10-1 Vandy team and a 9-2 Tennessee team.
Which you could basically say Tennessee has to win to get into the playoff. And even if Vandy lost, they'd still have a chance.
Yeah.
Depending on
I'm with you, man. I mean, that'd be the biggest Tennessee Vanderbilt game in our lifetime. I mean, I'm sure there were some in the 40s and 50s.
If the committee really wants to just mess with people, they would get to a point where they would turn around the next week and make it Vanderbilt, Tennessee in the first round.
Oh, my gosh. And that poll comes out Tuesday night.
Yeah. So let's say if Tennessee won, they're both 10-2, you would say Tennessee would host.
Well, who knows?
So how crazy
I don't know
could
the committee does things.
Yeah.
They're so terrible at putting things together, but that would happen. I don't know. It's still a lot of fun, but it would come down to something. That's why tomorrow night game, if Tennessee loses to Oklahoma, they're done. I think they lose to Florida, and I think they lose to Vanderbilt. But if you win tomorrow night, Neal, and you knock off a good Oklahoma team, you got a week off, then you beat Sam Houston or New Mexico State that comes there, then you go to Florida where you have to win. You have not won there since 2003, but you got a lot of momentum headed into Gainesville.
615-737-1025. We're talking some college football. Ryan, hang on the line. We'll get to you coming up next. We're live at ML Rose in Inglewood. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday.
Good time. Good crowd out here at ML
It
Rose.
is. It is a good time. We got we're at ML Rose here in Inglewood, East Nashville, hanging out, talking about some college football. And
stand corrected real quick. Greg on Twitter. Greg, thank you so much. He says to you and I, both starting tackles for Oklahoma tomorrow are true freshmen. So you go from playing, it's kind of loud, to Neyland Stadium where it's like, what did you say? When the guy's standing right next to you. So if the Vol crowd knows that are freshman tackles, man, that's when home field advantage just rocks. And we've talked about this, stadiums at night in the SEC. I mean, LSU is obviously the top, but it's funny when Will Muschamp came on our show, when we asked him, he's like, man, Auburn, when Auburn's clicking, that stadium is the loudest one. So the perspective you get from people, but when somebody walks into Neyland Stadium at night, when they run through the tee, I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, it's so loud.
it is it's a pretty phenomenal time. Phenomenal. By the way, so I just got a note from on Saturday mornings we run Booker T, the wrestler. We run his show with Brad Gilmore. They have an interview with Sydney Sweeney this week. She's in a new boxing movie, so she's on to promote that. So be listening at 7:00 tomorrow.
Yeah, Dr. Crane knows this because we interviewed back in April. I think you're with me. We interviewed Christy Martin, who is that movie's based upon.
Yeah.
So we had her on the show, and she had a big boxing event here last week, and she talked about Sydney Sweeney playing her, and she said Sydney Sweeney showed up, prepared, worked out, boxed, and was fantastic. And she's getting mentioned for early buzz for Oscar talk because of this role. And they were at the Dodgers game the other night on TV. They showed Sydney Sweeney and Christy together too.
Was she wearing that outfit she had on at some award show?
Good Lord.
I'm just saying. Let's go back to the phones, talking a little college football. Ryan's been waiting patiently. Ryan, welcome in.
What's going on, guys? How are y'all?
Oh, we're good.
I got three things. The scariest athlete of all time has got to be Michael Stonebreaker from the 1990s at Notre Dame. Just that name in itself was scary, if you ask me.
Yes, linebacker on the 88 Notre Dame team that won the national championship. Yes.
Okay, Joe, I'm watching on X. What are you going as for Halloween? I can't tell.
Well, I was going to be Mrs. Roper. Then people here are accusing me of looking like Bobby Boucher's mom in The Waterboy. So I'm going. Thanks, Ryan. So I'm going as Bobby Boucher's mother in The Waterboy.
Okay. Joe, assess the MTSU football situation. We got to get your assessment of where they stand as of today.
Well, here's my thing. If they were an awful football team getting beat 49-0, I will tell you, Ryan, oh, bless their hearts. The fact in the 8 games that they've been in, they've had the lead in 6 of those. There's a lot of fight that goes on there. And I was talking to Chip Walters about this the other night. I mean, they've lost their last 4 games by 16 points, 3 by the last 8. They just don't know how to finish. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. There's a lot of good players there, and they play hard. They're in every game. And they just got to know how to finish. If they knew how to finish, this team would probably be 5-3. But that's the whole thing about winning. It's a 60-minute football game. It's there. The talent's there. The effort's there. The passion's there. The desire's there. They just got to learn how to put it all together. And that's tough. It's tough to win football games, and they're realizing that right now.
Well, I'm calling for MTSU to get you as on the coaching staff, because listening to the broadcast at the beginning of the year, you were like, we got to set the edge. And the guys don't know how to set the edge on MTSU's football team.
Well, Ryan,
I don't support that, because then I'd have to get a co-host, and I really like the one I have.
Ryan, it's easy to sit up in the booth and see how plays develop. But if I was a coach, Chip and I talked about the other night, I'd be fired in a week. I would not punt. I would not kick. I'd go for it on 4th down. I would run an up-tempo offense nonstop. I would blitz every single time. That's not how you win games. So it's easy for me to sit in the catbird seat and say, do this and do that, but I'm not actually in the arena. But I'm telling you, there are some talented players there, but they got to learn how to finish. And we talk about finishing all the time.
Other night, they just didn't finish.
They did. So you've lost 3 games by 6 points or 8 points, whatever it is. It's there. It's got to finish.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Have
Ryan.
a great show.
You too. You know what? And I hope they hear this. And when I say they, I mean, the administration with MTSU, and I think they do. We get calls or texts on this show about that program all the time.
Yep.
So anybody that wants to say nobody cares about MTSU, that is factually incorrect, because there is a big contingent that does.
Yeah.
And they're passionate. They're wanting to see success. And look, I know that Chris and Derek and everybody involved there wants to see success and wants to see this thing turn around. So I think it is cool in today's world of NIL and playoffs and Power Four and all that stuff that there's still a lot of people that care about Blue Raider football and just want to see them win.
I think we add up there are 16 former players starting in Power Four schools right now.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the linemen, Keeneland Rutledge, was the guy with Pat McAfee 2 weeks ago that was throwing the football on the goalpost. He was a great player at the middle, but it's now become where these guys are going to bounce on these group of 5 schools, and that the coaches know. I mean, they're going to be – if you do really good, other teams are going to come for you. So you imagine if you have those guys still here at MTSU, I mean, that's a top 5 group of 5 school, but every team is suffering through that. Unfortunately, Middle's had a lot of great players who've gone to the next level.
Larry, you're up next. What's up?
Thanks, guys, for taking my call. I'm a big SEC guy, and I listen to all the talk about the 2 teams getting in. I kind of worry about this committee because you look at their schedules, you got a chance that Virginia, Georgia Tech, Louisville, and Miami could all finish the year with only 1 loss.
Yep, you're right.
I kind of worry about them. Those 1-loss schools, they've expected the playoffs, or are they going to pay attention to the record?
Well, that's the thing. Well, thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
I think that's why strength of schedule has become so massively important, because if Tennessee goes 10-2 and their strength of schedule is 4, Georgia Tech goes 11-1 and their strength of schedule is 64, then I think you got to weigh that. You got to weigh that.
Yeah.
Could Georgia Tech go? Would Tennessee go 11-1 at Georgia Tech's schedule? Hell yeah, they would. Would Georgia Tech go 10-2 with Tennessee's schedule? I don't know, and that's the question.
Would it fix things, or would you like it if they just went to a straight, like, we're going to take basically the ranking, the standings, and go a standings model, split everything, the Power Four, into divisions, essentially. That's what the conferences are.
No, I don't know. I mean, because again, look at
like the human element of the committee, because it gives us something to argue about.
It does. So you look at what Alabama's schedule, right? I mean, so they're killing it. They're doing a great job. But then you compare, who was right after them that we just talked about. I mean, I know Georgia. That's not SEC. I mean, again, compare the strength of schedule and how things are going on. Can that team do that in that league? Can that team, like Oregon? You think Oregon could run the table in the SEC? I mean, I don't. No. I really don't. So why should they, 1 loss, be valued more over a Georgia team that's got 2 losses, whose schedule is so much harder than theirs? And to me, that's the question. That's the problem. That's where it needs to be answered.
Coming up next, we'll talk to one of our favorites, the president of the Nashville Predators and COO, Michelle Kennedy. She'll join us. Special day at Bridgestone Arena tomorrow. We'll talk about that next. Chase and Big Joe live at ML Rose in Inglewood here on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday, this Halloween. Live today from ML Rose in Inglewood. We say hello now to Michelle Kennedy, the president and COO of the Nashville Predators. Michelle, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Happy Halloween. Are you guys dressed up as something as you sit at Melrose?
Well, I am Big Joe, and Big Joe is dressed as Mrs. Roper from Three's Company. I wish you could see this. It's pretty scary.
I love the visual.
What about you, Michelle?
You know what? I am doing something very uncommon for me today. I'm nursing a bit of a cold, so I am just going to be a couch potato for Halloween.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a good one.
Get ready for the run of stuff we have going over the next 8 days.
Yes, tomorrow a very busy day at Bridgestone Arena. Pete and Terry are going to go in the Golden Hall. Pete Weber, Terry Crisp. They will be the next two inductees into the Golden Hall. That's during the first intermission. So you want to stay in your seats at the first intermission so you can see this. I know that's going to be a really special moment for the voices of Smashville.
Yeah, it's hard to think about Smashville's history without thinking about Pete and Terry. They're absolutely integral parts of our history, and I am so happy to be inducting them into the hall tomorrow to join David Poyle, Shea Weber, and Pekka Rinne from last year. It's been a big week for Terry in particular. He and Sheila became instant stars by announcing our lineup for a game earlier this week. It was a NHL Hockey Fights Cancer initiative, and Sheila is in the midst of a brave battle with cancer right now, and so it was really, really cool to see them have a part in that game presentation earlier this week. And we're going to cap the week off for them by inducting Terry into the hall.
It was cool to see because, and I know it made Ozzy Weisblatt's day because Crispy, gave high praise to him, and I saw the quotes from Ozzy saying, "I didn't even know he knew who I was." So that was pretty cool. And Crispy hasn't missed a beat announcing a lineup.
He hasn't. He still hasn't. It's like riding a bike. You just don't forget it. I was standing right to the back of them when it was happening, and he is a natural. That man will never be uncomfortable in the locker room.
Michelle Kennedy's with us on the Chasing Big Joe show. Michelle, it was the lead story on Channel 4 last night about the Centennial Project and Centennial Sportsplex, and there's a lot of information. Do you mind, and I don't mean to put you on the spot with this, but can you tell us where we stand and what's going on with all this?
Sure, absolutely. Not putting me on the spot at all. I was not at that meeting last night. I was with the team in Philly. It was great to see Matthew Wood's first NHL goal, but I certainly got reports of the meeting, and then we had some discussions internally this morning, and I was I'm so glad to see the passion of so many members of our hockey community. So, they are not not everyone is aligned with the vision that we have for that facility, but it is not at all a surprise to hear the passion that people are conveying about it, and we welcome that. And we know that there's some natural skepticism about proposed changes like this. And we understand that. We have had a number of conversations with a number of groups, and we'll continue to do that through the process. The proof will be in the performance. I know very well that we will execute in exactly the way that we are describing, and that there will be an amplification of the public use of that facility instead of the opposite. And we do not look to displace anyone. We see it as a win-win. I think over time, everyone will. But for now, we certainly respect those incredible legacy programs at Centennial and their passion for what they've done and their desire to continue to be a part of that. What they will come to see is that we have that same desire for them. So there are still some public meetings to come, and there's an approval process that will extend into early 2026. But we certainly have a lot of enthusiasm about eventually becoming a part of the management of that facility, and to showing the public what we're going to practice what we preach, and the things that we're saying now in response to their questions are absolutely going to come to fruition. So again, I can't say enough about how excited we are to see the passion, and we are always. It's incredibly valuable to get that input and to make sure that we're doing this in a way that is true to our mission to serve the city of Nashville.
Well, there was one interview, and they were like, well, the prices are going to skyrocket. And it was totally misinformation, because it was like, well, the Nashville Predators have proposed a freeze on any kind of price ranging and trying to work to lower the prices over there, which you're in that situation where misinformation just takes off and runs wild. And that's why I'm so glad this is all out in the open. I am so glad it's all in the open so everybody knows where everybody stands.
Yeah, I think it's misinformation combined with some natural skepticism that comes with change is certainly creating some illusions that are not at all true. But again, all we can do is continue to convey a very community-centric plan. And then, as I said a minute ago, the proof will be in the performance. And when they see that we will execute that plan and that we will make that facility even more available than it is now. This is not a monopoly. This is not, a lot of people have read some stories about the Dallas Stars and some things they're doing with community ice centers in Dallas. That has nothing to do with what we're doing. We have no designs at all on privatizing that facility or creating any kind of a monopoly. What a lot of people don't really even understand, I think, is that that's been our practice facility since we've been in Nashville.
Right.
And what we're looking to do is not to make any change in that construct and not to take any more ice time than we take now, which in the grand scheme of things is fairly minimal. It's really just about the private areas that we occupy. We're going to create a world-class practice facility, and we're also going to make the front part of Centennial and the common areas look bright and shiny, and still do all the program we do there now, or that happens there now. And we've talked to these groups about, we are eager to get multi-year agreements in place. We are eager to commit to writing all the things that we're saying that we're going to do. So, I don't lose sleep at night about that, because I know that we are true. We're going to be true to our word, and I know what our plan is, and we've seen it work at the Ford Ice Centers. And I'm excited about this. I hope that others will. Those who are not, I feel certain that they'll jump on board once they see us do exactly what we say we're going to do.
Michelle Kennedy is with us, and this is more of a comment than a question than anything. I applaud you all because you just said it. It's been your practice facility since the team got here. You guys could very easily say, you know what, we're going to go build a practice facility that's going to be just ours. It's not going to be a public facility. We're just going to go build this over here and not worry about it anymore. But you're not doing that. You're trying to preserve something that's been a part of Nashville for a very long time that is in desperate need of an update, and you all are trying to do that. And so I hope people that don't understand it or are against this understand that you guys don't necessarily have to be doing what you're doing.
And Chase, I appreciate you making that point, because that's absolutely the truth. And it would be in many respects easier for us to do what you're suggesting, but that would be antithetical to who we are as an organization. What's been such an integral part of our organization during the 25 plus years we've been here is that we have that connection to the community that's really, really important for us. There's a tornado downtown. We open our doors to feed people who don't have electricity. There's a bombing on Christmas Day. Our building on Christmas Day becomes ground zero for all the agencies that came into town to investigate that. We're not going to abandon that identity that defines us just because there are a few people who might misunderstand what it is we're trying to do. We're going to do what we've done all along, which is to do right by the city. And that's what we feel like this is. As you said, we could do this in a lot of places. We could make it a lot simpler on ourselves in some respects, but that would be abandoning our stance on being a productive community organization, and we're just not going to do that.
Are you packed for Sweden?
I am not. We are so busy. I don't have time to pack, but I've got to find time in the next 8 days to do that, because we leave in just over a week. We will leave on Monday the 9th, play the Rangers on the 10th in New York, and then we jump on a plane, fly through the night, and land in Stockholm that next morning. So we'll be taking 200 plus fans on that trip. We'll be taking a group of 16 or so sponsors on that trip. It'll be a great, great time for our organization to bond with a lot of folks who support us unconditionally. And so we are really looking forward to it. Looking forward to Philip being back at home. And, it was a really cool experience in Bern to see how people responded to Roman and just how beloved he was over there. And so I think we're going to see something similar with Philip. Felix and Aaron will be on the trip too. And so it'll be great to see Philip in his element and to give the Swedes a chance to celebrate their hometown guy.
Well, we're excited about it. Sean told us he's got Joe and I a private plane flying out of John Tune on November 17th at 9 o'clock. So we're really looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
I'll save your seat.
Yeah, please do. Michelle, appreciate it as always. We're excited about tomorrow for Pete and Terry, and we'll see you there.
All right. See you guys. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Michelle Kennedy, the president and COO of the Nashville Predators, the Madam President on Twitter.
And Sean said our accommodations eerily similar to Charles Lindbergh's plane.
Oh, yeah.
So can't wait.
It's gonna be the plane out of Major League.
It might make it out of the county.
Have you ever heard the Ron White joke that he's talking about? He had a close call in an airplane, and then he's like, it wasn't a close call at all, but we took off from the Beaumont Airport, flying to Houston, which is like a 10-minute flight or something, and we were on this tiny little plane, took off and had to turn back, couldn't make it on that equipment, and he said they come over the loudspeaker to announce that they're turning back, and he said, which was stupid because they could have just turned around and said, hey, we got to turn around. It's a great bit for sure. So that would be us. Coming up next, we're live at ML Rose today. It is What Day Is It? And celebrity birthdays here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Halloween. We appreciate ML Rose over here in East Nashville, the Inglewood area, for having us today. Come by, hang out. It's a great spot. If you're going out for a Halloween party later, stop in first. Our man Lance is here signing autographs, so he's hanging out. And Big Joe, you're going to be, what, pictures?
Pictures and autographs till 4, and
Okay.
That's if I can stop eating.
Yeah. No, the
food
food's been
here
great.
is so good.
It's been so good. So appreciate them for having us. With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
All right, time for what day is it? It's pretty simple. It's Halloween. All right, celebrity birthdays. Got to get these within 2. Our first birthday for celebrity birthdays, former Whites Creek standout, Austin P linebacker, Tampa Bay Buccaneer All-Pro, Jeff Gooch. How old is Jeff Gooch today? Chase, you go first.
58.
I'll go 53.
51. Brando
nice.
getting on the board. Well done. All right, Brandon, you go now. How old is Dan Rather? Or would you rather Chase go first?
Yeah.
That's not
That's
a fake laugh.
72. I'll be honest. I don't know who he is.
Dan Rather is the longtime CBS Evening News anchor. He had a boat that was called Assignment. And so whenever they would say Dan Rather is on assignment, that was the name of his boat. Dan Rather, I'm going to say, is 91.
He's 94.
Dang,
All right.
just off.
Chase, you go first. She was in the TV show The Americans. Holly Taylor. She played the daughter, which is one of the best TV shows of all time.
60.
55.
28. Good job.
Nice.
All right, Brandon, you go. Piper Paraboo. How old is Piper Paraboo? She is not an airplane.
Let's go 61.
31.
49. Chaser, you go. How old is Rob Van Winkle?
77.
Better known as Vanilla Ice.
Oh.
You get to rescind it because I didn't give you the full thing.
Oh, you didn't.
How old is Vanilla Ice?
51.
I was going to say 53.
It's 58.
Okay.
Brandon's up 1-0. Brandon, you go first now. How old is Rob Schneider?
Rob Schneider. Gosh. 60.
You can do it.
60.
It's actually a pretty good guess. 63.
61. Brandon's up 2-0. We're down to our last 3. Chase, you go. How old is Peter Jackson? He directed all those nerd Middle Earth movies you goons love.
72.
Let's go 76.
64. All right, down to the last 2. Brandon's up 2-0. Chase, you go. How old is former Days of Our Life star Deidre Hall? Soap opera star Deidre Hall. You guys have a seat wherever you like. Come on in. Smoking or non-smoking, you choose.
81.
77.
78. Brandon's up
Jeez.
3-0. He wins, but Chase, you got a chance here to kind of make a good effort. Chase, you go first here. Our last birthday. How old is Nick Saban today?
73.
68.
Oh, he's 74. Chase gets on the board, though. You've never been shut out.
All right.
Proud of you. Brandon, good job, buddy. You win 3-1.
Hey, I'll take it. We
I
almost
feel
had to
like
come
there
back yesterday. So I'll
I feel
take
like
it.
there are more sports Halloween birthdays.
That was 2.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of rugby, soccer players we don't care about, but just 2.
Okay.
Hey, tough guy. You can look at the list later on there.
No,
you
it's
got beat. Just
easy. Easy. I am excited. Congratulations, Brandon. There you go. The Titans' final injury report again. Arden Key is out. Calvin Ridley is out. Jeffrey Simmons is out. Xavier Woods is out as well. And Bryce Oliver listed as questionable for the Chargers game on Sunday. That is going to do it for us. Thanks to ML Rose in Inglewood for having us, Joe.
All right, so this weekend the time changes on Sunday, and we all get upset because it goes dark early. How about this? We find the gratitude that it gets light earlier and kind of change the way we see things. So when it happens on Sunday, you're like, hey, daylight saving times. By the way, I'm happy with this. This is going good. So with that being said, to the guys out there, if that really affects you on Sunday, please reach out and talk to us. Please reach out to a friend and say, hey, I'm going through some things. The first step of getting better is reaching out, and we love you and we need you here. And your journey is so important to us in this world. Our world's a better place because you are here. Again, on your cell phone, you can dial or text 988, immediately talk to somebody, or you can go to help on our page, theGameNashville.com. Click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. There's information for Unity Psychiatric Care right there. Man, we need you. We need you here. We love you, and you are so important to us in this world. Remember, we love you, and more importantly, more than anything else in this world, guys, God loves you.
Have a happy and safe Halloween. Eat lots of crackle, according to Big Joe.
Yes.
That's his favorite. Again, crackle, not the other thing.
Yes.
But we want
What's
to
the
throw
other
that out there. Down in the corner. Probably. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVDs coming up next here on 102.5 The Game.